Well, imagine it would go on.
You don't know.
I'm imagining.
Because what happens is, if you buy the factory made Williams air throttle setup, it just bolts right on there and it works. All you got to do is adjust it. If they don't have the one that goes on this, then you got to get elaborate and make a bunch of stuff.
We're not too elaborate around here.
So we can get 2 screws and put in those holes and drive a soft plug in that. And if you don't want to make a plate.
Well, I can make one. I just need to find some material to do it with.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious what this is. Normally, this is a starting age screw, and I don't know what it's doing in this governor. Because it probably was set up.
How many copper washers do you want?
Oh, 6, 8, 10 of them, whatever they got. You make yourself happy. It'll be that same physical dimensions, all of it.
Look at that.
Except it won't be broke.
What do you think?
This is not the precise hardware. Oh, while he's going, I know exactly what I want to do. That'll do that. That'll get him going.
They don't care.
Oh no, I'm not done yet. Fuck your length. This engine isn't grounded, or if you don't ground it, it's the air that goes to the radiator gets charged. It charges the water with electric, with static electricity, and then as soon as that charge finds a piece of aluminum and finds a piece of cast iron, the two of them talk to each other. They try to kill each other and start arguing. Well, the electricity, it works like a battery, and it just eats up the one. It depends. On some of these motors that'll eat the engine block, it'll just eat it, and others that eats all the jam stuff. They put a lot of aluminum on, and that's what happened to it. Careful, you'll have a wreck on me. But right here at the top, if there's no gasket right here.
Looks like there's something in there.
Yeah, over here on the corner you can just barely make it out, but that's the wrong gasket.
You want to make one?
Nah. If it's got something in it, we'll leave it alone. Because I think that pressure relief's got the wrong spring in it, but we'll have to fire it up to find out. That's the pressure regulator and the main relief's here, but this one's the one I'm worried about the wrong spring in.
Whoa. So that's what you just put in there?
Yeah, that's why I shimmed it, because it wasn't even close to where it was supposed to be. See, and then this has got that little latch there to hook that up to.
Yeah.
So what you do to fix that so it doesn't fall out.
Oh yeah.
Bend the end of that over so it can't get away. That keeps that from popping out of there.
I see. They said the blind man.
And that keeps that screen in there where it needs to be too.
Well, I don't know why that screen came out so easy when I just took the pan off. It just fell out.
What, this one?
Yeah.
That's because they didn't make sure it was okay.
Those bastards.
Nobody,
They had that rubber silicone under here too.
everybody assumes that this stuff all works, and they don't look at it to make sure it does. They just hold it together. And then it's like, oh, it doesn't work right.
See, I still have 46% on here.
Oh, yeah?
You said the battery lasted 10 minutes?
Yeah, it didn't last very long, but he has a habit of leaving it running. Because I distract him a little bit.
You son of a
I'm
bitch.
trying to check all these things to see if they got clearance on them like they're supposed to.
And?
Oh, there we go. I just got to do it right. Hold my mouth right. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's got clearance. That one got clearance.
What about Clarence?
Clarence was in with the geese. He left earlier.
And that was rough. So rough about it.
I want to sleep driving.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was telling you.
Oh,
Saying I was having a hard time.
That'll keep you staying up all night.
Jeez. We were way
they
up.
didn't have any copper
No copper washers.
now, but they had brass.
Well, a soft steel washer is better because a soft steel washer will crush. That's what Detroit uses in the back of them. The copper is, we'll see, and it's got to be that size. If you go to Caterpillar, you can get that kind of washer.
Well, I didn't get any. They didn't have any lock washers.
Throw her on the ground.
Roll her on the ground and roll her around.
We're gonna see if Mom's rolling around.
Yep, all that stuff's getting tight. Well, what's this for?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Are we sure we need that?
I'm not sure of anything.
Wow.
Must have been for something.
What do you want me to do with this pile? This stuff.
Just throw it on the floor right here.
He knows where it's at. Just put it right there on the
Just
floor.
throw it on the floor.
I'll tell you what. I'll put the
See the
ones that
gasket?
go on the exhaust manifold. I'll just kind of put them on there a little
It's
bit.
okay. Now just throw them all down here because
All right.
I got to take all that other crap off to
See
get
the
to.
homemade gasket
Hey,
I made?
Steve, do you know where this piece goes here? What this thing actually does that I'm going to take off and throw away?
That no, I don't
Maybe
know.
I can use some of that to make a plate.
The plate. There you go.
You have this that steel that was for the. Got a lot of steel. sitting
I've
right
never
there.
seen one with extra doodad.
Well, we got ours is special. Ours is from the Special Olympic.
What?
We got a metal piece up here. He doesn't know what it is for. I mean, yeah, that's
Oh.
what behind the starter.
It's a safety precaution valve that
Yeah?
precludes all dated.
Does it? It's a vomit preventer or something?
Yeah, if you drink too much, that thing gets too hot.
Uh-oh. My gun's right under your butt cheek there.
How about I put that right up here, Joe?
Okay, that's fine.
That's good?
Yep.
Calls me on all the time. Look on! Be like, oh, jeez, just do this, do that.
Well, it's like the guy that just called me. I fixed the tack on his rig, and he's like, "Well, we lost turbo boost." And I was like, You got fuel filters with you? Yeah. Go change them. Oh, it's got 3. I go, you got to make a choice. You're going to have that one filter and one of the other ones, or both of those. But you can't have 3. Because they plug up and they cause problems.
Aren't we all just a bunch of dummies?
Well, people, I've seen some highly skilled
Look at that.
individuals screw that up.
He was explaining to me that when you have steel to aluminum, it creates a.
If it's not grounded.
Yeah. Did he tell you?
No.
Yeah, we ain't been doing nothing while you were gone. So.
Yeah. That's what I figured. You guys been just smoking cigarettes and drinking beer.
Watching Captain Kangaroo. Yeah. So, on that one Crosby's deal there, that stop cylinder pulled on the end of that, and it wouldn't stroke far enough to shut it off. And when I was messing with the governor, I'd shut it off with this, and it goes, and it finally died. And
That could be a song.
piece of junk.
Yeah.
And
Sounds like.
I had to drill a hole right there. You move that lever over there, we're fine. But you can't run this stuff they put
And this
on
one's
there.
in great shape, correct?
Well, this is way newer than the motor, so it's got to be better.
Did you see? Well, you probably saw them in our videos. 4104.
Yeah,
Isn't that something?
yeah.
That's something.
That's an original. That came as a bus. This is a starting aid screw, so you can adjust this so when it starts, it doesn't smoke at all.
Woo!
You can put, oh no, they'll put out a big puff of smoke.
Can you
And-
give that to my sister so she won't smoke?
It might be like that cup of tea last night. Choke on that.
I think she was showing off. She wanted that biscuit, or she wanted that cheese
Yeah.
sandwich.
Cheese sandwich, yeah.
I think that was and I think what you were eating looked so good to her.
Yeah.
And I bet you that she was like, "Oh, I could eat that." You know,
It's my turn. I want some of that.
I wish she could.
I wish she could too.
I wish she could.
Yeah, here's what she does. She'll take like that biscuit she took a bite of,
Yeah.
and she immediately spit it out. That's what she does, isn't it? The first bite, it's like, and then you got to kind of coax her, and she gets the idea of what's going on.
That's
Then
what
she-
I did with my first piece of sushi. What the hell is that?
My first one was with Stacy, and she says, "Here, let me doctor it up for you," and she put the wasabi on there, and she filled it up. And she says, I said, "Well,
Here,
what do you
try
just
it,
take
Bill."
one bite?" She goes, "No, put it all in your mouth." Oh man, I about died.
That looks like it's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's a late model governor, and it's hard to find them on this side of the engine because they don't normally come on this side of the motor.
Because ours is special.
No, yours is an LA. You make RAs and LAs,
Left hand.
and they're all the same, but the difference in the LA and
Oh, I thought-
RA is rotation.
I thought you were going to say that we could drive it to Los Angeles.
It's a liberal engine.
We could drive. They're going to kick everybody else out of there, but we got an LA.
Gotta go check on that.
All right. Get this back in that hole. That oil leak fixed. And then we gotta screw that plug out and put it in that hole.
Okay.
That way we can hook the Jake up.
Cool.
Because the Jake's gonna go through that hole. And then we need a hot wire from the front of the bus to turn this on.
Okay.
And once you turn that on, then it takes care of itself.
Was this on there, or did you put that on
Put it
there?
on there. I found it. I stumbled through all your guys' crap. I was nosing around.
Oh, so we had it.
I found it.
Cool.
It's very special.
It is.
And then I found the wires to hook it up, which is even cooler.
Yeah.
I think I got an air leak.
Something.
It should sit there and idle for days and hold air, but it won't hold air.
It's a seal.
No, it's got a, well, you can't drain the tank because it's got so much mud in it. I think maybe it's got some holes rusted through it.
Oh,
And it's on the very bottom. You can't even see it where I put it. Which is very bad.
Bad.
Well, anyway, I got one of them tight. That'll be good, right?
I don't know if I got that other side tight down there. You'll find out as soon as you get on the road.
Pretty much. Ooh. Oh, that's just a pretty picture down there. It looks like it's all broken in that corner,
Oh yeah.
but it ain't. Because you can feel the bottom of it is smooth.
Smooth as a baby's behind.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how is that just supposed to be touching that a little bit or what?
Well,
Does it have a
what happens is you
on
can
and off
see
switch?
the little end of the
Yeah.
end of the switch.
little tit
See
on
it
it?
coming out.
Yeah.
It takes that. It will take that long for the Jake to turn off.
Oh, wouldn't want that.
Oh, come on. It'll just shut it off. It'll make all kinds of noise and smoke and crap. There's another thing I gotta check. Is there everything ever got to be right one time?
Just once. All you gotta be is only have to do it one time to be right.
Well, if I'm... It's like on an old Scotch rig, I changed the idle spring in it. There's a reason for that. Because if you got the wrong idle spring in them, it'll coil bind and stand up solid. When you see, this shows lots of end on the screw. That's a good sign,
Yeah.
but you don't know what spring's in it.
Yeah.
So you got to take it apart and look. Because if you don't take it apart and look, you will never know. That's inch and an eighth. In case you need to know. But a pair of vice grips works okay.
Well, I got a crescent wrench over there you can use if you want.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm not going to take all day to do this. That would be good. So I think we're going to leave the stop solenoid off and all that exotic crap. Leave that all off till it's in the bus. Because you won't need to know what the hell you're doing until you get it in the bus. Oh, I forgot one thing. When you think you're too smart and in too big a hurry, you forget all the fun stuff.
Oh. Don't want to forget the fun stuff.
Yeah, you gotta take this. Did you guys order wind for today?
No, it's been doing that lately.
So you take that loose. That way, when you do this, it shoves that all the way in. And you turn loose of that. That keeps all the guts from falling apart.
They don't want that to do that. I've taken
I
things.
hate looking for little pieces on the floor.
I've taken things apart and they go. Uh-oh.
Well, I drove them. Those were needle bearings in there and drove them out. And there's little pieces chinging off the wall and stuff. I thought that was special.
That's so special.
So that yellow, see the yellow stripes, the two yellow stripes? That's an odd spring. You don't see that one very often.
Why?
Yeah, it's got the wrong idle spring in it. That yellow spring, the one that we need to have in there is purple, or actually it's blue, pardon me.
So where are we gonna get one of them?
I hope I have one in my tool. But this goes with that single weight governor crap. And it's really not a good idea. I drug that around until the rivet fell out of the side of it 100 years ago.
fatter, thicker.
So they make a yellow one, and a green one, and a blue one. And we really want the blue one. And I think that's another one of the, it's a half sister to the yellow one. So it's probably a green one. There's another one. See, I throw a lot of these away. That's like that guy there. Those two are pretty close. But you really got to have that bigger spring.
There's a nice one right there. You could use it.
That's a Jake brake spring. That is for your almighty Jake brake. Oh, there's another one. There's two more. I think that's all I got in this particular compartment. That's a coal. That's a coal. That's one of those. That's another one. I think this is the one we want. Can't tell for sure. You really can't put the wrong spring in the idle side of it unless you put the they're too soft. They'll do that coil bind deal. You'll try and get idle speed out of it and it'll just go down until it smashes it. Well, when that happens, the governor gap sits at about 2 thousandths, right about there. Well, when the coil spring binds up about there, that's not where the governor gap belongs, so you're screwed. You have all kinds of issues. It doesn't run worth a shit.
No, we don't want that.
Well, you got to. Well, see, you got Allison behind it, so the throttle's on the floor all the time. So if it doesn't run right wide open, the Allison's going to go.
Oh God.
So then all the benefits of having Allison go out the door.
Yeah.
We're going to have to reinfect this. I'm going to say this one's been overhauled a couple times.
Well.
So that's what's inside there. That goes on top. That goes on there. Got a little oil or something squirt on it.
I've got
Anything will work.
oil. Yeah, I've got some oil. There's. Let me shut this off. Oh, they're cool as hell. You ever mowed a lawn with one of them?
I messed with one a little bit, and there's a certain level of where it's way smarter than me.
Oh, you can actually get really close to whatever you want. I mean, go with those levers.
Yeah.
You can inch over to it. It's really neat.
Huh.
Once you get used to it, when we first started them though, when it was like, look out! I don't know which way I'm going. But it mows that area almost really fast.
Well, I discovered that. The guy gave me a lawnmower that was much bigger than mine. And I used to take like 3 tanks of gas to mow my grass. I had mowed that whole thing and had half a tank of gas left. I'm like, there's got to be something that bigger is better.
Yeah, that lawnmower that we got there put in the storage shed back there, but it used a lot more fuel than that. That's for sure. Because I can get done in 15 minutes where it was, 45 an hour before.
Well, I'm hopeful that that's right. But I hope that it's not a single weight governor. I hope they put double weights in it.
Well, no way to know.
No, not when I turn it all apart.
Wasn't you going to look at I thought you were going to look and see if it would have enough air.
Oh yeah. Well, I hung this on there to sight see there, but we'll
I
take
know
a
you
peek
talked
at
about that.
we'll take a peek at that too, because we gotta seem like that other thing with Crosby's deal. When you get all done and set the rack or go to setting the rack, this thing here can have too much meat, and it actually holds the stop on, which keeps the rack from getting wide open. And lots of people don't check that. I found out about it. It's kind of an interesting deal.
So that gasket's good enough on there?
Oh yeah, these governor top gaskets are not a big deal. All good on the home front.
Yeah, had to go lay a log.
Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.
Thanks for sharing.
All the things we need to know.
Yes.
So I changed the idle speed governor spring in your gizmo here.
Stronger spring.
Yeah, my attempt to make it run like it's supposed to.
Are you looking for that nut?
Looking for this. My cameraman is standing in the way. So, does anybody know where that goes? Oh, I gotta look at the bus. That probably goes to a hose that goes to the gauge up here.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That bus is a little different than a silver size. But that's typical of GM. When they get something working, they change it really much, really bad the next time they build it.
I've got pictures.
I got pictures.
That doesn't show it, but that's the original.
I got 9% battery left now.
That looks scary there.
That wasn't. He bypassed that. No, actually,
That's a oil filter or some description, or the power. Does it got power steering on it?
that was
That was fuel.
That was fuel.
I had to put fuel in that a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah, that used to be the old primary filter.
Yep.
Somebody put. That's the secondary. Yeah, that's the secondary filter that goes back up and around to here. That is an old 2-valve head from who knows when.
Yep.
Yeah, it's back there.
Yeah, it's right back there.
You want to see it? You want it?
Museum.
Come get it.
My buddy's got a 471 that's the serial number is 809.
Wow.
It's the 809th one made, and I know they made more of these than them. And we were all the propaganda I've heard is they built the 471s first, and I'm like, I don't think so, because my dad told me they built 3-bangers first because they were the more efficient.
I've got, if you want, I can get to a USB memory stick with both the books for these, page by page.
Both books. Service manual?
Service manual, yeah, the whole thing.
It's laying in the front seat. I have all of. No, that book is 45 years old. I got it when
We ought to go page by page and see if I got the same one. See if I bought.
They made different ones. Trust me. And the one you really need, that's important to anybody that works on them, is the field service data book. And it goes through and it breaks down how much oil it uses, pressures, temperatures, all that stuff.
Here, hold this, Steve.
all the injectors, all that stuff.
See if I get that book. See if I need to get it in bad every day, yeah.
That's maintenance, so that's like service, changing filters, and oil, and crap.
So you got your 2 bolts that you needed.
Yeah, so I gotta tighten them up. Get off my butt here to do that.
Well, we're probably half your reason you're not doing it.
It's all fun, right?
I had no real good news.